So hey y'all, I'm back. I'm back. Back.
I gave you my heart.
Hey, I'ma just, come in here real quick. My eyes look a little red. It's because it's like 12 o'clock and, I should be asleep, but I'm not. And I apologize that you can actually see my setup in the back of the round. Like, I'm so sorry that you can actually see that. But other than that, go ahead, watch the video, okay? Bye. Y'all feeling great? Y'all feeling good? Great. I'm feeling good too. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good too. And I just really want to talk about anxiety, depression, just mental illness, mental health, just mental health, because it's getting out of pocket out of here right now. I feel like mental health was already out of pocket a lot already, like for over the years. And yeah, and nobody has talked about it so much. And then, briefly, we talk about it and then we just pretend that it's not going on. So I want to get fucking started. So I just want to let y'all know, because I just put notes on the book so I know, exactly where I'm going with this, so I won't get lost in the sauce. But keep on banging this. But yeah, how I deal with anxiety and depression is that nowadays I used to kind of only went to the park or something and just kind of like took a walk and try to meditate. But I just feel like that kind of made me even more in tune to my feelings. It just like it made me more in tune with my feelings. And I just feel like I think that's only because like the friend that I had around me at the time was kind of like they was like not a good friend to have around me, because it was like I feel like she was definitely dealing with like self-esteem issues, and every time that I would do something confident, it was kind of like, here she comes, feeling away or just saying little things to make you like, bitch, like, wait, what the hell? But yeah, so I feel like, the reason why my meditation and me walking to the park didn't work is because the friend that I had a horrible fucking friend who was not there emotionally for me, but I was there emotionally for her. So if she needed somebody to talk to, she needed somebody to vent to, if she needed somebody to walk with her or whatever the case might be, she needs somebody, I was there. But when it comes down to, vice versa, it was kind of like, she didn't know what to do with me. Like if I had an emotional problem, she didn't know how to handle it. But if she had an emotional problem, I know how to handle it. And that was dead ass uneven. And that was kind of like with like a majority of my friends. It's kind of like I know how to soothe other people's emotions and soothe other people's pains and make them feel like they are being heard and someone is listening to them. But when it comes down to me, people don't know what to say to me. They don't really know what to say to me, because it's kind of like, girl, you always know what to say, so how you don't know what to say to yourself? And it's like, I don't, like, sometimes you need another person to talk to, just like you needed another person to talk to. Yeah, I hope I'm not talking real fast, but like that's what it was. And I just feel like now the way I'm dealing with it is kind of like, when you cut off somebody, keep that motherfucker cut off, for real. Keep that motherfucker cut off. Keep them cut off. Keep them cut off. Keep them cut off, because you cut them off for a reason. So if you uncut them off and they do the same things, over that you cut them off for, then don't look at me. Don't look at me and stuff. Don't look at her. Don't look at nobody, because they're gonna do the same thing that you cut them off for, because that was the reason why you cut them off, right? I'm saying this for, I don't know if I got this thing on like correctly, but it's up there. So hopefully I'm in the right frame or whatever, because yeah. But back to what I was saying. But yeah, so yeah, don't uncut somebody off, because I have a little story to where I cut people off, and then I'm just like, okay, maybe down the line we can be friends, maybe. And it's like, no, baby girl, if you cut them off, cut them off. That's why I was like, you know, if I did it and I know I have to recut kids back off, then don't cut them off. I mean, don't cut. What do you mean? What am I talking about? Cut them off and keep them cut off. That's what I mean, okay? Keep them cut off. If you finna cut somebody off, keep them cut off forever and ever and ever and ever into the next fucking lifetime, because people don't know how to get their shit together. And if you let people come back into your life, then they have a little, you know, they feeling salty around the edges, and people don't understand where you was coming from in the first place. Just keep kids cut off, for real, because people will only come around, some people will only come around when it's convenient for them. When it's convenient and they can, you know, get their little, you know, advice, tips, or whatever, and then they don't want to talk to you for the next 5 years. So I'm gonna cut a lot of people off this year. It's 2020, and we need to get our mind together, because we can't be going in 2020 with our minds jacked up. And you know, we got to be on that self-healing and self-preparation. I think I'm saying that word right, but yeah, we need to go in there with that, because if we don't, we got nobody else to blame but ourselves, because nobody's gonna really give a fudge balls real life about you but you. So you got to do it for you. But now, how I deal with you know, anxiety, depression, whatever the case might be, I kind of do video diaries, baby girl. Just like I'm talking to you right here like this, I does videos of the diaries, to where I turn on that camera after a long day of work, a long day of the day, dealing with all the humans of the races, and I, you know, hold the phone and I just vent to myself. I'm just like, hello, video diary, this is what happened, da 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 da, people got me fucked up, whatever the case might be, blah 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 blah. And it been really helping me. And then on top of that, having people around me that is not, you know, basically hawk slamming my mental, to where they're not mentally, you know, they're not mentally helping me. They're just kind of like, if you have people that's just sucking the energy out of you and just always taking from you and never replenishing. And some people are like, oh, if you give something to somebody, you shouldn't want anything in return. Yes, great, I give you something, I don't want nothing in return. But it gets to the point where I'm just giving out all of me, and then it's like, if you don't know how to, you know, replenish yourself, if you don't know how to take care of yourself, and all you're doing is giving to people because of the kindness of your heart, you're gonna find yourself mentally drained. You're gonna find yourself mentally messed up, because you're giving out all of your energy to all these other human beings, and you need that to yourself. So it's okay to want people to give back to you. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you just gotta you gotta just do stuff to the kindness of your heart. Yes, do stuff for the kindness of your heart, but don't just be giving all yourself out, and then let's say that you need somebody to talk to, and you go to that same person that you gave some to, and you're just like, you know what, I need you to listen to how I feel right now, if you got the time, whatever. And every time you trying to vent, they don't got no time for you, but every time they need something, they got time for that. So that's how you know that you need that 50-50 for yourself too. Like, you need that for yourself. Like, you need that love, that support, or whatever the case might be, to yourself. You just need it for yourself. So People can't flourish, and people can't put, you know, positive energy and the energy that you need, that you want around you. People can't put the energy that you want around you. You don't be around people kids. Like, you're not, there's no need for them. If they, every time they're around, they put in some negative ass energy, or every time you trying to do something, they like, no, don't do it today, do it next week, or like, don't try to delay my process, my dude. Like, for real. Little story before I move into the next one. It's like, people will really be like on some, oh yeah, you know, don't do it. They're like, oh, for instance, YouTube, oh yeah, don't put that up, put this up, and then only put that up. And then it's like, first of all, it's my YouTube videos. I could put whatever I want to put up, and I'm not about to sit up here and delay my content just because you feel like I should only put this up because you trying to, it's not true. That's what you do on your, okay, do on your stuff, and I'm gonna do stuff on my stuff. Like, people be so quick to point and on your shortcomings, and they haven't even got started. They not doing anything real life towards their goals at this point, but they so quick to be like, oh, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this before you even get started. This is what you need to do. And I've been thinking so hard to just be friendless. Just the simple fact is that I just feel like people just in general sometimes just be misunderstanding everything that I flip and do. And if you feel like this yourself, like, I just feel like being with myself and doing like my video diaries, and then, you know, not having anybody's, you know, negative as input or what they think I should be doing because they think that's better for me, when it's, they got their own life, they gotta, you know what I mean? So I've been thinking real hard to just be friendless for 2020 and just like not really put my energy into so many people and just put it into me. And I feel like that's dead healing. And be kind to yourself. I feel like being kind to yourself and just, you know, don't have those, it's easy said and done and saying don't have those, but try not, if you hear it in your head to where you just have a negative talk to yourself, just kind of nip it in the butt and just try to say something in your head that goes against what that negative voice was saying, just to keep your spirits up, because sometimes we can do that to ourselves. My experience in growing up with my experience, I just feel like that should just go into a whole separate ass video. I might just do part 2 because I just feel like I have so much to say when it comes down to mental health. I just feel like I do have a hot podcast what is just exclusively talking about mental health, and it's just like sections, you know, about different things or whatever, and it's just my, you know, opinion about things, you know, in mental health community. Like, I'm not a professional, I do not have a degree in mental health or any of that, I'm not a doctor, but I just feel like when you see things happening and you see a common, you know, denominator of how things are going, you just gotta give your opinion on it. Because I just feel like the way doctors come to their conclusions, they have to study it, they have to think about it, they have to come up with their own opinions, and then run tests and things. So hey. Hey guys, so I decided to cut it off right there because the video was getting way too long. So I wanted to just divide it in 2 parts so it can just be better to watch and better to watch. So yeah, just watch part 2 and that's it. Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe and click the bell so you can be notified.